Hello everyone, you are watching the video tutorial for finite state machines. I will try to explain this concept with the help of a game. In this game, the aim of the main player is to shoot the fishes, and with every fish his score increases by 10, represented by the red score. The white score at the top right corner represents the number of fishes currently alive in the game. In this game, the fishes are born in every 5 seconds and a turtle in every 10 seconds. The role of the turtle in the game is to shoot the main character. If the bullet hits the character, then it suffers a loss of 10 health points, and when the health becomes 0, the character dies. Now let's play the game. The game starts with the character at a fixed position. By using the arrow keys, we can move our character. So come on, now let's explore the terrain. We see a fish, let's chase it. When I press the spacebar key, I can fire a bullet, and the aim of the character is to kill the fish. Now as you can see here that the villain of the game enters and the turtle is trying to attack the main character. During this war between the turtle and the main character, the health of the main character degrades. Oops, the health of the character becomes 0 because of the attack of the turtle and the character died. So the game is over. Now, as you have played the game, let's see the game again with a different perspective. Let's start the game again. As we can see here that the character is fixed and is not moving, so it's in the idle state. So let's formulate a state diagram for this idle state of the character. This is the representation of that game in simple blocks where each block represents a state of the character. The block which is marked red shows the current state of the character, and as the character was stable in the game, the current state is marked red here is the idle state. Now when we press the up key, the character in the game is given an input and it starts moving. Here we can see that the state has changed from idle to moving state. Now the character remains in the moving state as long as the key is pressed. When the key is not pressed, the character moves back to the idle state. When the character moves around to follow the fish, he is actually chasing the fish. So here the character is in the chase state. Here we can see that state has changed from moving to chase state. If we stop pressing the key, that is, we stop giving input to the character, we move back to the idle state. Now when we press the space key, the character starts firing the bullets to kill the fishes, which is a war state. At the same time, we can see that the turtle is also firing bullets on the character, which in turn decreases the health of some points. As you can see here, the state has changed from chase to the war state or the attack state when character started firing bullets. Although the character can move into the idle state if the spacebar is released, that is, no bullets are fired and the character has become stationary. Whenever a bullet fired by the turtle hits the character, the health of the character decreases. You can see here that the state has changed from attack to the lower health state. There is a mutual relationship between these two states, as character when firing bullets can remain in the attack state, but when a bullet from turtle hits the character, it moves to the lower health state and the switching between the states continues. Now the health of the character keeps decreasing because of the bullets fired by the turtle. When the health of the character becomes 0, it moves from the lower health state to the death state, which is the final state, and the game overs. You can see here that the state has changed from the lower health state to the death state, which is the final state. We can also see that this state diagram contains a finite number of states. Hence, this can be informally called a finite state machine, but this is more of an informal way to represent a state machine. So let's formulate a finite state machine for this game. This is a formal way to represent a state machine in which the circles represent the different states and the events triggered or conditions are represented on the edges. This state machine is called finite, as we can see here that the state machine has a finite number of states. Our state machine starts from the idle state. If we don't give any input, that is, if we don't press any key, then there is no change in the state and the character will remain stationary. If we press the spacebar key, then the state changes from the idle to the war state and the character starts firing bullets. And if we press the up key, then the state is changed from the idle to the moving state. If we stop pressing the up key, that means no input is given to the character and it will go to the idle state again. And if we keep pressing the up key and move towards the fishes, the state will change from moving to the chase state. If from chase state we do not press any key, then no input is given and then the character will go to the idle state. But if we press the space key, the character will start firing bullets and state will change from chase to the war state. From the war state, if we keep hitting the space key, then character will keep firing bullets and the state will remain in the war state. If we don't press any key, then no input is given and the character will go to the idle state. If the character will get hit by the turtle bullets, then its health will decrease and it will go to the lower health state. In the lower health state, if we press space key, then the character will fire bullets and goes to the war state. But if the health of the character will become 0 because of the turtle's bullets, then the state reaches the final state, that is the death state.